Welcome to the landing page of all things gold standard pelvic health journey. It's specifically for the pelvic floor, but it's talking about pelvic health in general and how we can tend to ourselves as feminine souls navigating this world. What we are navigating is a constant gaslighting of what it means to be a woman and not have her pelvic floor tended to. There's plenty of reasons for this. There are some pillars that I like to think about when it comes to this discussion. This includes the first pillar, the pillar of reminding women that they are worth absolutely nothing in this society. Their worth is nothing. The way that we attack women through this and remind women of this is through the pelvis. This is part and parcel of why we see rates of violence towards women, why we see the rates of rape towards women. We are attacked as women and reminded of how little we are worth, and it comes through the pelvic health. The second pillar is the fact that women are not included in the training for GPs, doctors, yada yada. Women's health, gynae, and obstetrics is not included as part and parcel of the journey that they take. All those years of training, years and years of training, and there are no set exams for doctors to take. Therefore, their knowledge of gynae and obstetrics will only stem if they actually decide to specialize in it or land in that department during their training. But the focus is not on women. Therefore, their knowledge is not it. And so often we find ourselves being told incorrect information. This also happens to be partly an issue when we go for smear tests with flippant comments from nurses who also haven't had the training that they need in order to tend to women. They don't understand, some of them, what vaginismus is, vulvodynia is, and you may also find them giving you incorrect information. It may be information like the walls of your vagina don't seem right. Your cervix is too high for me to access that, without explaining when the cervix could be low enough for them to access it, and so on and so forth. The knowledge is not there. Therefore, you are not empowered to make choices that you need to empower yourself and to be able to start to heal from trauma and challenge that exists as part and parcel of our society, which also stems from often, if you have got pelvic floor issues, it can be propelled as a result of birth. For some of you, you'll be watching this and will have given birth, or you may be planning on giving birth. If that is the case, I have a specific course for those who are pregnant, which is for postpartum care for the first year. If you're outside of that first year, then this course is for you. Birth in our society is another pillar because trauma from birth is now almost a given. The medicalization of birth has resulted in us ignoring the physiological process of birth and results in more trauma at the pelvis. However, this is happening and silencing women in their needs and their power through a physiological process, not a medical event, and causing trauma, which is then not being dealt with and supported through the journey forward. The next pillar is postpartum care is so poor that most women are either just told to do a Kegel or may have a speculum shoved up there and told that it's all in their head, or that maybe one day they could end in a physio space, but the wait list is ridiculous and a gynae wait list is ridiculous. And often when women get there, they don't get the information and the support they need. So this results in the final pillar that I'm going to touch on. The reason why you are not feeling supported and held, even if you have been through a journey, even if you have had physio, even if you have been to somebody who specializes in the pelvis through a medical route or a route that at least seems a little less medical, unless they're touching on the spiritual, the emotional, and the physical holding of the pelvis, you will continue to have issues. This is because the pelvis is a physical and emotional and spiritual portal. And you either believe that or you don't. And it takes a journey. And this is what this is. It's to remind you of the forgotten wisdom that lies between your thighs and will result in you being able to do things like jump on a trampoline, cough, not have to wear pads or pants or whatever else you may be having to wear, dance again, run again, enjoy life again, find joy again, and not be worrying if a little bit of wee is going to come out at any given time. This journey is also for those who believe that they would much prefer to be the woman in her crone years, feeling the freedom and the expansion that comes from the crone years without the physical manifestations that often can come up as a result of not being tended to for the last however many years of their life. It's for the woman who knows and believes in their worth now. So you may not have anything physical right now, but you know that because of the society that you live in, that it's really important that you tend to yourself, that you understand yourself in a way that nobody else is going to show you. That's what this journey is for. It's for you as well. It's for every woman. It's for every person. It's for every single one of us to remind us of our power. And every time you say yes to yourself, you empower the woman behind you, and the woman in front of you who said yes to herself has empowered you. And so the more people that start to come back to their pelvic floor and tend to it and acknowledge it as a barometer to their overall health and well-being will continue to empower us as a group of women, and we feel that on an energetic level. So I'm celebrating you, and I can't wait for you to do this journey. Much love.